Whoop! Good morning slash afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's me, Brennomania, coming to you live from somewhere in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's quiet. Coffee. I love my Grillby's mug, everyone. It's just so adorable. Like, I love the Grillby caricature here, and then the Grillby's logo. Oh, let me show you there. Whoop! Undertale. Anyway, hi, how are you all doing? It's good to see you all. Hello, I Smile. Hello, Bookworm. Hello, Nema. It is good to see you all. How has Friendsim been going? Pretty good so far. We've gotten through the first 3 volumes. Yes, the first 3 volumes. We have made friends and also murdered people. And everything in between, so... yeah, so we're gonna continue with volume 4 today. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? Load. No, not load. Start. Alright, but yeah, last time we did, actually, let me go to volume 2 real quick. We did, was it Sarava in volume 2 last time? Yeah, we started out with Sarava last time, and then, then we did Skyla and Branya in volume 3. Yo, how's it going, cello player? Guess he's making a valiant attempt at some sort of normal sleep schedule, although technically pulled an all-nighter. Oh gosh. Yeah, I remember, cello player, you mentioned your sleep schedule is kind of messed up. So you're starting a normal sleep schedule from today. Well, good luck. Keep us posted on that. Actually, you could certainly use the goals channel in Discord to keep us posted on that. I hope things go well. I hope you get a success from that. Hey, how's it going, Couch Chester? Yes, that is true. At least you're trying to get a normal sleep schedule, and that's super important. My sleep schedule is pretty regular, although as the pandemic has gone on, our bedtime has kind of slowly crept to being at 2 a.m. regularly. So, but I can also sleep in every day, even during the work week, because I don't have to start working till like. I could just get up at 9 and start working. That. Anywho. Actually messing up my sleep schedule by watching the stream. Oh my god. Oh, that's right, Couch Chester, because you're on the other side of the planet from us, I'm recalling. So it's what? It's midnight Sunday for you, isn't it? Yeah, so definitely do not feel like you are obligated to stay with us the whole time. If you need to go sleep, feel free to go sleep. But anywho, volume 4 of Right and Wronged. This is going to involve airplanes, isn't it? Because of the right thing. Right, brothers, you see. Okie dokie. Here we go. Fresh from your most recent bout of gratuitous bodily injury and touching scenes of camaraderie, you soldier on. You've had a few setbacks, made a couple silly choices. Boy, do things just keep happening. But let nobody say that you, the main character, are incapable of growth and change. You have made sure not to be caught in the wilderness near dawn again. Yes, that was our problem last time with Skyla. You have made your way back to civilization. You can't wait to discover what new adventures await you. Adventures like friendship. Alright, so we've got Tagora, and then we've got Vicare? Not sure how it's pronounced exactly, but yes. Yeah, it has been a long time since I last did Friendsim streams until the last couple of weeks. I did Friendsim like a couple of years ago, like sporadically, and then I never like backed up the VODs. So I figured I might as well just start over. It's been a couple of years, I don't remember anything that happened, so let's do this. Alright, but let's start with Tagora. You wander down a street in a not too demolished looking part of town, but you don't really take much of it in. You're not looking where you're going. This is an elementary mistake, especially on a planet where everything that exists seems to be on a spectrum of engineered specifically for murder to could be a weapon in a pinch. But you've got a lot on your mind. And now, as the car, these guys probably have some ridiculous word for it, but you haven't learned it, you hadn't noticed, slams into you, sending you flipping head over feet. Oh no, you add a few new concerns to your list. Your bones and organs. Ow, my bones and organs, no. Faintly remember this guy's terrible bang thingy that Vriska would be proud of? Oh dear. Hair that Vriska would be proud of. The sound of the driver yelling, "Watch where you're going, lumpskirt sucker," fades as they drive away and you assess your situation. You stretch each limb in turn, which, you've got to say, doesn't feel great. You've landed in a bush, which is covered in sharp spines. Ow. Your arms and legs all still work, though, and when you do an experimental cough, no blood comes out. Pretty lucky, you think. Oh good, we don't have the consumption or any internal bleeding, as far as we can tell. You may have redefined what luck means by this point in your journey, but you'll take what you can get. You don't figure that luck will extend to the driver turning around to help you out of this bush. Your gazes meeting and sparking an immediate and intense connection that leads to a beautiful lifelong friendship. But you let yourself hope. After a few minutes of struggle, the answer to your comradely daydreams comes into focus above you, a figure outlined by the spiny leaves of your plant prison and the glow of the moons. The troll you see isn't the driver of the car, but you don't care. Your heart is beating wildly with your continued lucky streak. Ooh, I like this bass. This is an awesome bass, yo. Slaps. Good stuff. Hello. You seem to have fallen victim to a collide and scamper with that scuttlebuggy back there. Scuttlebuggy, so that is what they call cars, I guess. Plus 50 introductory fee. What? What was that? What was that all about? Okay, there's a thing at the top of the screen. I'm sure that'll be explained at some point. Have you contacted your personal legislacerator? If not, I'd like to offer my services. My name is Tagora Gorjek, but please call me Gorgor. I'm here for you, for a nominal fee, of course. Hold on, what was the... Oh, it was just plus 10, okay. So, I guess we're being charged by, like, every other line of dialogue or something like that. Or maybe just every line of dialogue. Wonderful. How are we gonna pay whatever this currency is? He pulls a business card from his sleek teal vest and offers it to you with a precise flick of his wrist. His claw bits are perfect. You try again to sit up, buoyed by this offer for assistance. He's some type of doctor, maybe? Or lawyer? It doesn't matter, really, because he said he was here for you. Those words go right ahead and burn themselves onto the softest chamber of your heart. You start telling him your plight thus far, reaching up through the brambles toward this beacon of hope. This guy seems trustworthy, and that's not just your lack of options talking, you swear. As you shift, the moonlight shines on you. He steps back briefly, dropping the card. The one eye that's not covered by a swoop of product-infused hair opens wide. He recovers, smoothing his hands down his chest and straightening up, clearing his throat as you continue to explain. You're... what? Oh, yes, an alien. I knew that. I've done work with aliens before, so your situation shouldn't be an issue at all. Plus 200 alien legislation stipend? What? This is ridiculous. This is outrageous. Hey, how's it going, McCatnip? On mobile today, so you might disappear. That's like a magic trick. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding. But hi, McCatnip. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Whether you disappear or stay with us on the physical plane. Either way. Alright. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity to be represented by me. In fact, we may be able to use this in our favor for a larger cash settlement. A larger cash settlement? Cache? Cash? It all depends on our angle. Here, try moving your chug column. You aren't sure why this is necessary, but you wiggle your torso, hoping that's right. You've never wanted anything more in your meager existence than to follow this specific directive perfectly. Having played PesterQuest recently, I love the conflict between FS info versus... Oh, Friendsim info versus PesterQuest info? Oh my goodness. I can only wonder. I may find out someday. He should open up a bakery called Gore Gourmet Sweets. Yes, indeed. No, not that. You add a little hip jiggle. Not so much that he might think it's a come-on, but enough to say, hey, I'm friendly and I know what the fuck I am doing. No, the thing that holds up your think pan. Work with me. Plus 60 confusion emolument? What? I'm confused. Oh no, that's gonna cause me another emolument. Oh no. You continue what you hope is part of a troll friendship ritual, shimmying various parts of your anatomy deeper into the bush until you get to your neck, and he clasps his hands together. There we go. That one hurt, didn't it? Definitely a case of column snap, which can get column snap, whiplash, oh my gosh, which can get us a decently hefty restitution. Your neck feels fine, or it doesn't hurt any more than the rest of you, but you give him what you hope is a convincingly painful nod of agreement. Of course you will need to front the initial legislation costs. We may also have to injure you further. Oh no, injure me further, why? To ensure our case is convincing. But you've got to break a few cluckbeast embryos to make a grublet, as you well know. Gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, yes. Indeed. Isn't there no such thing as defense and troll law? That's a good question, Emma. I don't know. Plus 500 initial costs? What? What? That like more than doubled our costs already. This is complete balderdash, I say. Why are we trying to make friends with this jerk? Yes, I think we may make a mutually beneficial team if you're willing to do what it takes to bring about the justice you deserve. Gorgo does insurance fraud, yes. On Alternia, defense is itself offensive. How's it going, Riri Recursive? Happy Saturday. So, what do you say? How would you like to help me help you? He's talking really fast, and you're not sure exactly what to think about your lack of funds or the idea of breaking any more bones. But that smile is sharp and pointy and sorry. That smile's not pointy. That smile is sharp and shiny and pointed right at you. You want more of it. Yo, happy Saturday, Toto Stuck. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday/Sunday. For some of you, it's already Sunday. All right, let's save here. Let's ask him if he does pro bono work. You thank him profusely for his offer to help, and explain that while your situation hasn't exactly left you very rich, you'll pay him back in glorious friendship, the most infinite of resources. You lay it on thick. He seems like a guy who can appreciate a good deal when he sees one, and you can't imagine a better deal than this. You reach both arms up, waiting for him to scoop you up out of this pain plant like the gentle baby you are. Sorry, I don't do charity. Such a shame, too. I was hoping working with an alien might make for a more interesting day than usual. He turns on his heel and walks away, his high ponytail swishing behind him. Friendship is not a currency. We've been abandoned and left alone in this pain plant. See, look, our rump is tender and sore from the pain plant. MSPAR pays for art and exposure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gorgor is missing out on a sweet deal of friendship. Alright, let's go back to Gorgor and let's tell him about the heaps of money we definitely have. You mentioned how incredibly loaded you are, and how core to your sense of values it is to pay well for good work. That's what we call good business. Now, get up out of that prickle fawn and let's get you presentable. He watches you flail a few times before he sighs, unbuttons his sleeves, and rolls them up to his elbows. Each fold is crisp and even. It takes a while, but you are good at being patient. Oh, there's a 12% chance. There's a 12% cost increase for instances of manual labor. It'll all be explained in your bill. Hey, Sarax, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's itemized. Wait, hold on. What was that last thing? Manual labor hike. Okay. Plus 110 for manual labor hike. Jeez. So we already owe over 1,000 of like whatever Alternian currency is, and I have no idea how exchange rates work between like Alternian currency and dollars. Hopefully it's like 1,000 Alternian whatevers equals like a penny. I'm sure an alien of means such as yourself will be able to handle it. You take his hand and he pulls you up and out of the bush. It's kind of a rough job. He's not as strong as he looks, you guess. He glares at you like he is daring you to say shit about it, and you are a quick learner. He cuts you off mid-thank you. Approximately an arm and a leg. Oh no. Not again. My office isn't far from here. We can go there to get things started. 1 kidney? Oh no, not that's the 3rd time I've had to give up a kidney. And by things, I absolutely mean get you clean and sign a lot of vaguely worded yet stringently binding documents. Oh my gosh. He walks with a purpose. You shake off the flora, stuck in your various body parts, and do your best to catch up. From the outside, his office basically just seems like his hive. You've learned a thing or two during this shitstorm of a cultural exchange, though. You gotta play it cool when a potential friend invites you home. You never know what cages or monsters or methods of evisceration they might have laying around, and you want to prepare a nice, chill look on your face for whatever carnage you're about to be confronted by. It doesn't work. Your face falls to bewildered hell when you walk inside because it's all chrome and glass and broad white walls in there. Oh my gosh, there's the Lucis there. It looks like some kind of like, I don't know, beaver? Mongoose? Mongoose? Meaver? I don't know. Or otter. Oh my god. Of course it's an otter. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, it can't be like a weasel. It's too cute to be a weasel. It's an otter, of course. I don't know why I didn't think of otter. In the future, everything is Chrome. RIP Microsoft. Oh my gosh. Fabulous. It's like he bought the fanciest looking crate and barrel display room he could find, down to the last useless minimalist accessory, and then never sat down in it. Is Lucis a ferret? Ah, his Lucis is a ferret. Okay, very good. Very good. His Lucis, a ferret, is chilling on an enormous silver thing that's halfway between a throne and a play tower. Everything is clean and bright and at perfect right angles, and you don't see any weapons anywhere. I think we just don't see weapons because we're not using our imagination. I mean, like, I could easily stab somebody with this lamp or this lamp, and I don't know what this thing is, but I'm sure you could also use it to stab things. And then I think the ferret itself is probably some kind of deadly weapon. You know? Again, I think it's just for lack of imagination. Suspicious. Highly suspicious. Otters hold hands when they go to sleep so they don't get lost from each other in the water. Oh my gosh, I know, that's so adorable. Otters are so cute, Dama. Otters are just fantastic. Aww. That's why they're called otters, because you can pronounce it aw-ters. Okay. Alright. It's fucking creepy. You ask him if he just moved in, because polite conversation seems like maybe the best thing you can do. In the absence of something specific to focus your fear on, you're just sort of a little afraid of everything. All ferrets are deadly weapons. Ferrets are monsters. This is exactly why I followed. Perfect. Good, Cello player. Good. You're not paying me to learn my life story, unless you'd like to. In that case, no. I've lived here most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill. Plus 1,500 for life story installment? What? What? You didn't even give me a chance to, like, make a decision. You didn't, like, tell me what the cost would be up front. You just went ahead and just, like, fine. Good lord. That, like, increased our bill by almost, like, 150%. Good lord. Otters also have a favorite rock they use to break open foods. Is that true? Because Even if it's not true, I think that's adorable. They have pet rocks. Aw. You stare at one of the chairs. Should you sit in it? By all means, do not make yourself at home. Head straight to my ablution trap while I prepare our contract. You really want to connect with this guy, and you like how you just vibed there, where you were thinking about sitting your bedraggled ass in his fancy chair, and he could totally tell you were thinking it. But you don't want to be friends badly enough to walk straight into something that has the word trap right there in its name, without at least pondering it for a second. You become savvier during all this. Alright, let's save this. Okay. Let's go with take a goddamn bath. You are more than a little concerned about the trap part of the instructions you just received, but hey, at least a trap you know about is better than one you don't. And with everything else you could see so freaky... and with everything else you could see so freaky pristine, he has to be hiding some evil somewhere. You wonder if it's a dungeon. A dungeon could be cool. Yes, let's go find the cool dungeon. That is definitely being hidden here. Hey, Cyborg Elf. Yes, I think there's a lot of, like, implied sexual tension in our quest for platonic friendship. The ferret bounds down off its pedestal and jerks its head for you to follow it. You do because it seems like the regular thing to do, and Tagora is busy on his computer. It leads you to the bathroom, which is just as fancy and clean as everything else you've seen. The Lucis chitters at you for a second, squirms its big noodle body around, and leaves, shutting the door behind it. Oh, what a very courteous ferret. You wait a second until it's probably gone before you test the handle. It's unlocked. Huh. Oh, I guess we're surprised because we thought that we were gonna be, like, locked in this room. But it's a bathroom. Like, you would lock it from the inside. Right? Isn't that normally how these things work? I don't know. Very ferocious noodles, indeed. You wonder what the point or, you know, motive might be for leading you to this room until you turn and see yourself in the mirror. That is some haggard-looking stuff right there, so fair. Oh, I guess we do look like a mess, because we did just fall around and tumble in a pain bush for a little bit, so... You're flying by the seat of your pants, but you guess maybe you're supposed to take a bath? If not, and he gets pissed and unleashes the ferret on you, at least you'll meet your maker nice and clean. You half expect some indiscernible goo or blood or something to come out of the faucet in the weird lumpy tub, but thankfully, it's just water. How surprisingly normal. Once you're in... Actually, yeah, that is surprisingly normal, because don't they normally take baths in, like, slime? I mean, at least with Skyla, we ended up taking a bath in, like, slime with her, so there's that. Unleash the ferret! Yes, release the hounds. Once you're in, you take a look at the truly inordinate amount of bath products you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shelves of little bottles and soaps and unidentifiable lathersome accessories by the tub alone. There's even more by the mirror. The labels are all gibberish, of course, but you sniff a few until you find something flowery and go to town. Oh, true, they sleep in slime, not bathe in it. That's true, isn't it? It just seemed like a bath at the time. They can do whatever they want with the slime, to be honest. True. What was I doing? I was reading Friendsim. You take more time than you should in there, but you haven't experienced a moment of luxurious solitude in a bit. Full-time friendship searching can be difficult work. It's good to recharge. Guess soap or slime isn't good for those luscious locks. Otter pet rock confirmed. Aw, that's wonderful. They don't eat slime? Ah. If you eat slime, you get split ends, in fact. You're all wonderful people. Once you're freshly scrubbed and dried, you slather yourself head to toe with some lotion you find in an iridescent vial. You hope he won't mind you using it. He wants you to be presentable, and this stuff is sparkly. You're starting to feel rejuvenated as hell, ready to knock this friendship stuff right out of the park. You leave your dirty, torn-up old clothes on the floor, wrap yourself up in one of the many satin bathrobes folded on a shelf, and head back out to find Tagora. He's standing in his foyer, waiting with the contract he's typed up for you. When he sees you, his eyebrows tick up. I see you went with the Rainbow Drinker Serum, full body application. Rainbow Drinker Serum, oh dear, oh my. That's going to be, that might be a problem. Bold choice. Oh, maybe it's not a problem. I mean, it's an incredibly rare and expensive product, and I do expect to be remunerated, but I won't lie, it works. Plus 15,000? How do you expect me to pay 15,000 for Crush Fresh handmade troll cosmetics? Good luck getting that money from me, bub. Yeah, sure, that stuff. You don't want to let on that you don't know what it is, since he seems impressed. Instead, you give his ego a little stroke and tell him you hadn't seen such a sumptuous array of self-care accoutrement in so long that you couldn't help yourself. Indentured servitude seems to be on the horizon. Yes, it sure does. I see that in our future. Not everyone takes skincare as seriously as they should. I assumed you were taking forever in there because you'd gotten lost or didn't know how to use the ablution trap. I hadn't considered the possibility that you were just doing a regimen. Noted. Minus 500 rebate for impeccable skincare. Oh, how generous of you. The charge is 15,000, but rebate us 500. That is like just over 3% of what you just charged us. Thank you for your generosity, you big jerk. You hold your arms out to admire the well-hydrated sheen you have going on. This time, you're not really even bullshitting. It just does actually look pretty good. Tagora seems like he's struggling. He keeps opening his mouth to say something, then changing his mind. He's clutching the documents in his hands like a flotation device. He looks down at them, and then back at you. I typically only use that particular product to highlight my cheek blades, but there's no real reason you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost isn't an issue. Yes, cost isn't an issue. That's absolutely 100% true. It's a little drastic for my personal style, but there is a certain unorthodox glamour to it. The next bit looks like it hurts him a bit to get out. Do you? Would you like to step outside to see the full effect? You bet your ass you would! You're curious about what he means by effect, and this seems like more fun than signing stuff. Full face of highlighter did that before. Oh my gosh, I can only wonder how that looked. He places the documents down on his desk like they're made of glass, not paper. He looks up at his Lucis, who just sort of tilts its head to the side. Couch Chester, you monster! Couch Chester is sacrificing a dear, sweet Nepeta to save them here. We can get the money if we sacrifice Nepeta. No! No, poor Nepeta. Goodbye, Nepeta. Oh, that's the 56th Nepeta that we have sacrificed to save the mayor. So many poor, sweet, dear, doomed Nepetas. Monsters. You look away and give them privacy to do whatever let's try that again. You look away and give them privacy to do whatever eyeball communication is going on. After a bit, Tagora clears his throat and heads toward the door. You don't comment on the bluish flush in his cheeks. For all the shift in his demeanor, he still seems like he might kick you out on your ass if you tried to get too feelingsy with him. Oh god, Nema, oh god. You start to glow as soon as you step back out into his dark front yard. Not in a light bulb kind of way, but a subtle ethereal luminescence. What is this stuff? Now that is a look. I mean, there's still the unfortunate issue of your hornlessness and overall aberrance, and the fact that you're still wearing my ablution robe. Plus 150 ablution robe rental fee? Oh, okay, that's like paltry compared to what you charge us for the cosmetics. But it's cutting edge, I'll give you that. You look almost like a real one. You don't know what that means, but you want to roll around eternally in the praise part. You ask if the look will help your case. Oh, right, your case, of course. He bites his lip and looks back through the window at the papers sitting on his desk where he left them. You hope he still wants to represent you, or at least that he'd want to hang out even if he wasn't going to. You don't get a chance to prod though, because right then someone rounds the corner on the sidewalk in front of his hive. Tagora's face immediately shudders into its usual simpering mask. There's an edge of panic around his eye though. Huh. Oh man, it's a blue-themed troll. I don't know what kind of voice I should do for this. Those of you who know who this is, what kind of voice should I do for this person here, do you reckon? I am open to recommendations. Oh, is it the hot one? Hot one, you say? Aren't they all the hot one? No, they are not. Also, look at this cat. Look at this cat, everyone. Watch it, Kitty. Alright, well, you know what? I'll just do, like, maybe I'll just do, like, a neutral voice. That is one baller cat. Yes, he is such a baller cat. Oh my, look how adorable he is. He's shifting position, and he's, like, tilting his head, like his little kitty head, like, upwards. Channel your inner Nick Cage. Oh my gosh, my Nick Cage. Gosh. I don't know a voice for him. Okay. Wow, Gorgic, what have we here? It's a blue-themed troll, which, if you remember right, means he's a fancier guy than Tagora. He's grinning like Troll Christmas came early. You can feel Tagora vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When he gets close enough to get a good look at you, he jumps and screeches, "What the bulge-boiling fuck?" Tagora is frozen, the corner of his mouth pulled back to show his teeth. The new guy is ignoring him in favor of noticing that you're dressed in Tagora's monogrammed leisure wear, if his look of fascinated horror is anything to go by. You don't really know what makes you do it. You should wait for Tagora to get himself together and do the talking, but you're riding with the high of him and almost seeming like he was enjoying your company. Plus, nothing boosts confidence like looking like a beautiful, spooky angel. You toss your head, put on your best fancy guy voice, and say, "What, never seen a real one before?" You're placing all your chips on this guy knowing something you don't, but when his eyes get huge and he starts stumbling over himself to back away down the sidewalk, you know it's paid off. Tagora blinks, then jumps right in, picking up directly where you left off. Surely someone as well as formed as yourself knows a rainbow drinker when he sees one. The blue guy doesn't respond with anything more coherent than a string of yelps as he hightails it back the way he came. When he's gone, you turn to Tagora and ask him super casually what a rainbow drinker is. He stares at you in stunned silence. Are you telling me you didn't know? You nod. And that you ran with it anyway, exploiting the fear you picked up on to turn the tide of a delicate encounter to your favor? Oh, we'd make a great legislacerator, I bet. You shrug. You guess so. You tell Tagora you hope his friend wasn't too freaked out. A friend? No, I hate that guy. There are simply times when being liked by your betters is helpful. Though, technically, fearing me is just as good. Better, maybe. So, you know. Thank you. Tagora's laugh is soft. It's not a sound you expected to hear. He's happy because of something you did. You can't help it. You start laughing too. That was a bit of a rush, wasn't it? It was almost fun? I certainly didn't see it coming anyway. I underestimated you. He gives you an appraising look, then takes a deep breath. You're so nervous all of a sudden. You feel unbalanced on the precipice of what he might be about to say. Oh my gosh, McCatnip, I love the heart hands there. Oh my goodness. From one prevaricator? From one prevaricator to another, I will let you in on something. I haven't actually encountered an alien before. 250 surcharge for truth reveal? What? Come on! Oh, sweet relief. You tell him his act was airtight, and as long as everyone's doing the truth thing, you admit you lied a bit too. You aren't actually rich. Yes, that's clear now. You have the invaluable ability to fake it, though. That's potentially much better. Why don't we put your case on hold for the time being? You wouldn't have enjoyed the outcome of our legal system anyway. We can find an alternate means of you working off your debt. Wait, did I miss like a special thing? Oh yeah, plus 1,500 for preemptive interest on held suit. Oh my god. Preemptive interest? Seriously? What? We can find an alternate means of you working off your debt. I think we may make a better team than I previously anticipated. With our wits combined, we can tackle bigger and better things than traffic injuries. He flexes his hand at his side, then in one swift and decisive movement, he extends it out to you. On his face is something close to an honest-to-God, real-ass smile. I've never actually formed a legitimate partnership of any sort before, but I believe this is how it's done. What do you say? Minus 965, 5% friendship discount. Oh, that's swell, you jerk. Why are you charging us at all? The glow in your heart shines brighter than any expensive and still kinda mysterious lotion. You take his hand in your firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, blah, 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 blah. You take his hand in your firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, inexorable joy and shake it. Shake, 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 shake it. Friendship! Just sign here. Yay! Just sign here for friendship. Tagora is one of the better trolls in Friendsim. I enjoyed Tagora there. That was pretty cool. Anyway, yay! We made friends with Tagora. Huzzah! But we still have another incorrect path to go down, so let's load that back up and see what happens when we go with no entrapment, please. You tell him you would rather stay away from any and all traps, if that's all right. Friendship! Indeed, Wrench! Happy Saturday to you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. You mentioned you think... You mentioned that you think that's the better move for both of you. Something tells you that this guy wants to know what's in it for him. Probably all the times he's said explicitly that. You do have that vibe going, after all. He taps a claw on his chin and looks you up and down. He takes his time. You try not to blush, no matter how exacting his gaze is. You present a solid case. Your whole look is more than a bit repellent, but it may make the pitiable lost alien angle more emotionally effective if you still look like you just got run over. Frown. It takes you a second to realize he didn't just say his physical emotive response instead of doing it with his face. He's giving you a direction. Oh my gosh, that actually took me a moment too. I thought he was just saying frown because he was frowning. Oh dear. You stick your lower lip out and try to look as pathetic as possible. Yes, this is really working for me. It's awful, completely repugnant. Plus 450 pugnancy payment? Oh, what? No. Balderdash, I say. Your general squalor... General squalor? Your general squalor should function as a simple manipulation tactic, no matter which direction I decide to spin it. The praise makes it hard to keep frowning, but you do your best to keep it up. You even hunch over a bit and shamble a few meager steps toward him. Great, yes. That's enough. No need to come any closer. Okay then, we'll skip the hygiene and get straight to the best part. Bureaucracy. Stay right there and don't let any of your crusty alien orifices near my decor. I'll go print out our contract and we can move on. Plus 100 reimbursement for ink. Re-inkbursement. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. That's punderful, I say. You pretend you're a statue while he types things, then prints the typed things, then staples the printed things. His ferret Lucis stares at you with beady interest. You stare back, completely motionless. You wonder how often Gorgor has friends over. He brings the packet over to you and hands you a pen. Read this, or don't. Sign it either way. It's a standard legislator agreement, tweaked a bit to accommodate your particular situation. You agree to submit your testimony to be judged and will accept whatever subjugulation you receive. You recognize that any potential winnings are to be remitted to me for processing through a local account before your portion can be dispensed to you. In the event of your culling, I will act as executor of your accounts. Blah blah, same old business. I'm sure it's the same where you're from, that there are stars at each place you are to initial. Plus 1250 shrunken text response. What? Balderdash. Nonsense, I tell you. Don't be mean to Gorgor. With a name like Gorgor, I doubt he has any friends. Oh my goodness. Poor Gorgor. Hey, Bug. Happy Saturday. Ferret! Yes, there's Ferret here. Not sure it was a lot of stuff that you just got told real fast. You were trying to listen, really, but he winked at you early on in his monologue, and it was really distracting because you couldn't stop thinking about if you could incorporate a wink into a secret handshake, maybe. Anyway, regular legal jargon, yeah. Just like all the times you click to say you read the terms and conditions on any old harmless social media app, that stuff never ends up being relevant. Ever. Oh yeah, we do have a very nice cat. What a kitty. Vivi is such an adorable kitty. Let's move in slightly closer to the kitty. Look at his upturned face. Boop. I just booped his little snoot. Little snotty snoot. Snooty snot. Pat the little void-sent kitty. Pat, 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 pat. Oh yes, look at all those bleps. It's a blep party. Yay. Without Vivi, we wouldn't have that blep emote. We owe much. We owe a great debt to this cat. This little jerk of a cat. Let's see. You show off your exquisitely polished John Hancock as many times as it takes. Excellent, excellent. Everything's in order then. Are you ready to head out? Oh, like now? Now? You're not ready. Do you look roughed up enough? Will your bones need to go through any more ordeals? What's a subjugulator? Does Tagora no sweep like the one you're fucking in, as they say? Minus 50 for swear jar. Oh, maybe if he swore some more, we could get, like, pro bono. Instead of getting professionally boned by all these costs. Pardon the language, it's an idiom. It means it's time to fucking go. Minus 50, let's watch the fucking language. You follow him out about as apprehensively as you followed him in. As you retrace the path you took not too long ago, it occurs to you to wonder where this glorious feat of justice is going to take place, and, like, if anyone is going to subpoena the asshole that hit you. Is that even a thing here? You skip up to match Tagora's pace and ask. There's no real need for you to worry about that. It's for me to deal with. I saw the perpetrator, of course. If it seems prudent to pin the crime on them when the time comes, I will have more than enough credible evidence to condemn them. Their blood cast should be sufficient. But if it seems worth it to call in their dented scuttlebuggy, I can certainly do that as well. Plus 50 for bonus for potential frame job? Oh gosh. That seems like to have like some dubious legality at best. Of course, that's not the only way we can spin this. It may not be necessary to involve them at all. Don't bother worrying about that either. You definitely still worry about that, but you nod and keep walking like you're not bothered. You want to match his level of easy confidence. It's almost comforting to be around it now that you've spent some time with him. It's simple. You're still basking in the ease of being told what to do when the whole vibe flips over on its ass so fast you feel it like ice down your back. You look at Tagora first. He's stopped walking, and his posture somehow gets straighter. Even his cute little ponytail thing looks more alert. He's staring at the approach of another troll, a blue guy. You know that means high blood, but not much else about what that entails, aside from what you're picking up from the full hair on end cat reaction from old Gorgor next to you. Pleasant evening, sir? His voice gets somehow sweeter and more professional at the same time. You recognize what he's feeling because you felt it yourself the whole time you've been on this godforsaken planet. A deep, all-consuming thirst for approval. He's gunning hard for business boy friendship. The high blood, however, is not. At first you think he might be chill because his smile gets huge, and hell if you don't love getting smiled upon. You start to introduce yourself until Tagora shoots you a "be cool" look. It's then that you learn that this guy's smile is not the nice kind. "What's this?" he asks. "Gorgor picked up a little friend?" "It's not. We have a working relationship." You try not to let his dismissal of your friendship sting. You're not there yet. It's okay. He froze like a statue, or shall I say, Gorgoyle? Ah ha ha ha! Ah, well played, cello player. Good work. I appreciate what you've done today. You want to be helpful, so you put on your best injured face and start hobbling in a circle, twisting your neck in the most grotesque angle you can manage without actually hurting yourself. You groan pitifully all about your bones. My bones! I'm trying to figure out, like, I got confused for a second, like, and I paused for a second because, like, there's like a quotation mark here, so, but it doesn't like close out, so I was wondering if, okay, it closes here, so I'm guessing this is the blue blood trolls talking. "Oh, right, your booming drone pursuing business. This, client you have here looks extra shitty. Good luck getting anything good for whatever this mutant is that you scrapped up from the gristle grate. If you take a moment to consider the potential..." The blue guy rolls his eyes and keeps walking, elbowing his way right between the two of you on his way past like you're nothing. Tagora freezes. His eyes stay fixed ahead of him, where the blue guy was just standing. It's like he hasn't processed the movement yet, even though he got knocked back a few steps in his wake. He starts shaking. Yikes, that was, tense? You want to say something reassuring to Tagora, but he has kind of ascended into another plane of existence. Poor Gorgor. Maybe a nice reassuring pat on the shoulder will help diffuse the mood. You put a ginger hand in the mere vicinity of his body, and he whirls to face you, eyes narrowed and breathing heavy. You snatch your hand back fast. Mistake. Oh no, McCann, you got a scam call that stopped the stream. What kind of racism did you miss? I think more classism than racism, probably. Do you have any idea how rare that networking opportunity was? Do you realize that you... Plus 5,000 for damages for slide down antisocial ladder? What? No! No, of course you don't. You don't know anything. You're just a weird little hornless thing who doesn't even know how to cross the fucking street. Plus 750 for return of swear jar. What? That's not how the swear jar works at all. What? No! He starts laughing all high-pitched and weird. Up until now, he seemed so slick, so unflappable. That Gorgor is hard to reconcile with the one pacing back and forth, hollering and grabbing at his face. He's pretty goddamn flipped. Oh boy, you really screwed up. Maybe your busted neck routine was not convincing enough? Or too convincing? Either way, you figured now might be the time to bow out before this scene really blows up. You tell him so. Your neck is fine. Look, you headbang a bit to prove it. No, a deal is a deal is a deal. He breathes in slowly through his nose. All right, Gorgor, remember your mantra. He closes his eyes. After an awkward minute of watching him whisper something unintelligible to himself, he opens them and immediately starts up that bonkers pace again, so you skedaddle to catch up. He keeps talking, though by now he's just talking to himself, with you as an eavesdropping barnacle with really slow legs. Little manic giggles bubble out in between his sentences. We're headed toward justice, all right. Keep walking. We're seeing this through. Oh my gosh, we're being charged like 200 per screen now. I've got a bottom line to uphold. Okay, not bad. Maybe things are still cool between you. Maybe this lawyer-client relationship still has a chance to blossom into something more. You venture a friendly type topic and ask him about his mantra. He stops walking and looks at you like you shat on his Lucis's grave. You don't just ask someone what their mantra is. Plus 2,500 for mantra request forfeiture? Bubba? What? Getting charged just for making friendly conversation. Maybe not so cool. He shivers, spooked, and turns his stanky stare from you to the path you're on. After a moment, he smooths back all the hairs he shook out of place during his freakout, pivots, and turns down a side street. Anyway, as I was about to say, there are many ways to fulfill the terms of our contract. Plus 300 now? Oh, come on! I was hoping this would lead to a more stimulating evening. I was prepared to get into it with you. For you. But it has become clear that this partnership is no longer worth the work. Especially now that I will have to consider the significant career setback I just experienced at your feckless hand. So instead of wasting any more of my time or yours, let's take a shortcut to the same end result, sparing us both the agony of enduring a long court battle in the proximity of one another. Here's your verdict. You're guilty. Plus 12,500 guilty verdict? Amercement? What? No! Guilty? Wait, wasn't it supposed to be the other guys on trial? You look around, panic rising in your chest. Oh, don't tell me. You don't know how the legal system works either. Unsurprising and uninteresting. Plus 400 now? Oh, this is bad. You've been so caught up in watching him talk that you didn't notice him guiding you straight to the shittier part of town. You know, the part that's all half-demolished hives and creepy noises and drones flying around. Drones like the one that turns to notice you when Tagora whistles, snaps his fingers, and points right at your head. Hey, big guy. Over here. Plus 500? Why are we still being charged for being about to be killed? One extremely malinformed and unviable troll. Just the way you like it. You shouldn't feel surprised at this betrayal, maybe, but you do, for a second anyway. Then you focus on yelling and scanning for possible debris to hide under. Tagora starts backing away as the drone gets closer. There's a sewer the next street over. You probably won't make it. Now we're being charged $750. But if you do, check your pocket. Plus 25,000 dues specified for bad end. What? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, the drones kind of look like the Condes. That's pretty neat. Hey there, what? I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. YX Kim X Rax. Should I just call you Kim? Anyway, hi, happy Saturday. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so that was the bad ending for Tagora. And that's all for Tagora. Let's go ahead and move on. Baking fork, indeed.